Section D, Essay Type 8. 6 question to this information. Rosewood Design produces customized textiles such as dresses, formal attire, and uniform. Rosewood is a small sole proprietorship owned and managed by Samuel Wood. Rosewood uses a job order cost system. During July, Rosewood completed Job 431, an order of 2,000 school uniforms. Based on the success of this large order, Wood is contemplating a drastic change in business strategy. It's a large order, 2,000 dresses. So Wood is considering mass production or mass producing school uniforms and gradually phasing out the custom orders. Custom orders are costly to manufacture and the unit cost in large scale production is low. All of you know that. Relevant financial information shown below. Job 431 had a beginning work in process inventory balance of $33,000 at the start of the period. During July, this much material was added to this job. It required a total of 3,500 direct labor hours, and out of which 1,000 of those hours were put in July. The average labor rate for the production is 7 per hour. Rosewood completed this job within 25 days on 25th of July. Rosewood predetermined manufacturing overhead rate is $3 per direct labor hour. This is the overhead application rate. Remember, $3 per labor hour. After completing Job 431, management analyzed the direct labor hours. Rosewood normally experiences an 80% learning curve, and management expects that the learning curve will level off. It will cease after producing 8,000 uniforms. So that's your case study. The first question, define and explain the job costing system Rosewood currently uses. Job order costing system is used for customer driven production, where the order is placed by the customer and the production is customer driven. It's also called bespoke, tailor made, right? So Rosewood current job order system is customized or as per the customer's requirement. That is why the job order costing system is suitable. So unique production where the customers of each job require specific requirements. They have their specialized requirements and the production is according to each customer's needs. So this type of costing that is suitable for customized jobs, tailor-made jobs, such costing is called the job order costing, or accordingly in any of the lines you can just convey the idea. Next question. Identify what costing system would be most suitable if Rosewood begins mass producing school uniforms. Explain your answer. We have learned 4 cost accumulation system: job order costing system, process costing, ABC, and life cycle. So which cost would you recommend where? That's the point. As we just discussed, when the customer gives the order, production is customer driven, we recommend job order. So job order is suitable for customer specific production. When the large number of units to be produced, standardized, no customization is needed, then we recommend process costing system. And when the production is varied, there is variety in manufacturing, so many types of goods are produced, and lots of fixed factory overheads are incurred, in that case we recommend activity-based costing, right? So in this case, since we are going for large mass production, process costing is recommended. When producing large quantities of mass-produced homogeneous products, the appropriate costing system is process costing. And you can just elaborate this in a couple of lines, sufficient enough to grant you full credit. Now, Job 431, for Job 431, calculate the cost per unit by using full absorption costing, and you need to show your calculations also. Let's go back to the case study and do our working right there and then. Whatever we need to calculate the unit cost is given right here. And what are the costs? You may wonder. We need direct material, we need direct labor, we need variable overheads and fixed overhead. They have been given collectively here as manufacturing overhead. And we also need the beginning work in process cost that was already incurred. This job already had $33,000 incurred in the previous period. We added $3,000 worth of material during the current period, right? This job required a total of 3,500 hours, out of which 2,500 hours were spent in the previous period. Only 1,000 hours were spent in July, and the job was completed on 25th of July. So these 1,000 labor hours paid at the rate of 7 gives you the labor cost of $7,000. Variable and fixed overheads are not given separately. They have given you a combined manufacturing overhead rate of $3 per labor hour. Since the job took 1000 labor hours, overhead applied would be 3 times 1000, 3000. You just need to add up this all. 33,000 plus 3,000 plus 7,000 plus 3,000 gives you a total of 46,000. Since we need on per unit basis, you need to divide 46,000 with the total number of dresses, and it gives you $23 per dress. This is the unit cost. This is your unit cost. Now you can go straight to the question. Work in process, beginning balance, material, labor, manufacturing overhead, total job cost, and then on per unit basis it's 23. There we go. Got the result. Next, identify and explain major differences between full absorption costing and direct costing. We have already agreed on many of our previous essay types. The difference between them is just the fixed overhead. In direct costing, fixed overhead is considered as a period cost, whereas in absorption costing, the fixed overhead is considered as a part of product cost or inventoriable cost. Enough. This would be sufficient to cover all what is needed in this question. Define and explain the concept of learning curve. Did we miss any question? No, we have answered. Define and explain the concept of learning curve. You can explain in your own way, or you can just give the standard definition of learning curve. Learning curve, in fact, when the workers gain experience, they become smarter and they take less time. Every time they produce additional units, they will take progressively shorter time. They take less time to produce the next unit. That's the idea on which you give your definition. This is the exact definition. Learning curve is a mathematical expression of the phenomenon that incremental unit costs to produce decrease as managers and labor gain experience from practice and as a better method are developed. So in the early phases, when the workers gain experience, progressively they will take less time to produce the next units. And this reduction in average time and cost will continue till certain level of output, and after that this learning curve ceases. Learning curve is not always, it's not that learning curve goes on and on forever. At a certain point, the learning effect of learning curve becomes extremely negligible, extremely small. Now, the question is, after completing 8,000 uniforms, what is the estimated direct labor cost per uniform, and show your calculations. So for this we need to go back to the scenario and take the right information from there. Question 6. Right, so these 2,000 dresses took a total of 3,500 hours time. That's important information. 2,000 dresses, a total of 3,500 direct labor hours were taken, and this is what we need. We can, and remember, we pay $7 per labor hour, $7 per labor hour to our labor. So these three things we need, and then we can do the remaining working. On question number 7. Question number 6. So my suggested approach is to draw 3 columns. It will always work. Units. The next column is for total time or total labor cost, average time or average labor cost. It could be in dollars, could be labor time, labor cost, average labor time, average labor cost. So first 2,000 units took a total of 3,500 labor hours. If you want to calculate the average, it's 3,500 divided by 2,000. The average is 1.75 hours per unit. These are hours, remember. When the output is doubled from 2,000 to 4,000, your total time should double to 7,000, but it won't be 7,000. It will be 80% of 7,000 because we are on a learning curve. 7,000 times 80%, that is 5,600. An average will be 5,600 upon 4,000. It's 1.4. There is a smarter way also to calculate average time by just multiplying 1.75 with 80% and then again multiplying 1.4 with 80%. Gives you 1.12. Right? But I recommend this fuller approach because intermediate numbers can be taken directly from this table. When the output is doubled from 4 to 8,000, after which the learning curve will cease, you should spend double of 5600, that is 11,200. But since you are on learning curve, you will only spend 80% of this time, and that would be 8960. If you calculate the average 8960 upon 8,000, you'll get exactly this number 1.12. What exactly do we need? This is the table that will help you do the remaining computation. What is the estimated direct labor cost per uniform once 8,000 units or 8,000 uniforms have been completed? This is your cumulative average time so far for all the 8,000 units. This is your cumulative average time for all the 4,000 units. And this is your cumulative average time for 2,000 units. So don't apply this for the next units. We will have to see what was the average rate we achieved within this range. We took 8960 less 5600, these many hours in producing the additional 4,000 units. 8960 less 5600, that's the total of 3360. This 3360 divided with 4,000 gives you 0.84. This 0.84 labor hours per unit is the time achieved within this range. This 1.12 labor hour per unit is the cumulative average time for all the 8,000 units. But this 0.84 labor hours per unit between this band is the average time between this. This will continue onwards from 8,000 units onwards. Now, if this is the cost, the time for each unit, and we pay $7 per unit to our labor, the total cost would be $7 per labor hour multiplied by 0.84. It will be $5.88 per unit of cost that will be incurred on each unit of production. 5.88 is your final answer, and I think this is what he has calculated right here. Table construction is little different. I have always used this one. First I write units, then I total time or total cost, average time and average cost, and then follow accordingly. In between working can be done quite frequently. This could work in most of the cases, the average unit cost column, but when you have these two intermediate working, just like the one we have done, it will be quite helpful. So that completes your essay type 8 as well.